This is the story about how I almost went to jail for life. I would have been in there forever. Forever. No getting out. I'd have just been in there forever. I was about 20 years old at the time. So this was about 15 years ago. Around 15 years ago. And on a sunny day. It all started off in a sunny day in Sacramento, California. At the time I was living in Sacramento, I had family out there. My mom, my sister, everybody lived out there. And I was in the Bay Area before then. So I graduated from in the Bay Area from high school. And then I shot out to Sacramento. And so I was going to like junior college at the time, you know, working here and there, trying to flip a little this, a little that, you know, buy a cheap car, sell it for a higher price, buy a cheap this, sell it for a higher price, whatever, right? Just trying to do my thing. So one of my best friends hits me. He was one of my best friends at the time. No longer is he. You know, of course, right? So he calls me and he's like, yo, I'm in Sacramento. I'm stressing. Pull up, bring a bottle, bring a Black and Mild, bring some weed. Like, just let's kick it. I'm stressing. So at the time, I must have not had work that day or whatever was going on in my life where I was able to just pull up. So I'm okay. Say less. I'll be there. And where are you at? Oh, I'm off of, you know, this, that, and the third, Mac Road. I'm off of Mac Road. And for people that know Sacramento, you might know Mac Road. It's not the projects. It's not a horrible area, but it's also not an area that you go to sightsee, you know, to go on your tourist visits. It's not one of those areas, but so be it. Oh, you off of Mac Road? Who are you with? Gotta ask that question, right? Who are you with? Oh, I'm with my best friend, da-da-da. Of course, I know him, right? We just call him Double R. I'm with my best friend, Double R. Oh, you with Double R? Oh, cool. Because me and Double R are like this also. So, you know, within a friend group, there's also friends within a friend group. So the larger friend group, his best friend is Double R. But me and Double R, we've kicked it many times, just me and him. So I'm like, oh, you with, okay, who else are you with? Oh, I'm also with two of Double R's cousins. And that's who lives out here. That's who we're with. That's who we're staying with. I said, okay. I'll pull up. Say less, I'll pull up. So 20 minutes go by, get there. We're all on the porch. We're kicking it, right? We must have taken... I didn't really drink at the time, so I can't remember if I bought a bottle and brought it over, but I just remember we were kicking it, right? So he's kind of telling me what's going on. I'm halfway listening, and you know, I'm laughing because somebody else making a joke about something. It's just a beautiful day. It's a summer day, so we're outside, chilling, just having a good time. But that should be your first forewarning: is even though chilling and having a good time, yeah, it could be all good, but it could also go left too. So I'm gonna dig deep in a minute. So we're chilling, right? And cracking jokes, laughing. I kid you not, this is on Everything I Love. You know, I'm not in this to make up things. So 2 SWAT vehicles pull up 3 houses down from him. So we saw them too. We saw these big SWAT armored trucks. So they don't park in front of his cousin's house. Mind you, it's his 2 cousins, it's his best friend, my friend, we'll call him D, his best friend Double R, and his 2 cousins. So these 2 huge SWAT vehicles pull up. They don't park in front of where we're standing at, right outside on the porch of his cousin's home. They park 2 houses down. Boom, they kick in the door. We're hearing it. We kind of looking, and then, you know, one of the officers kind of like swats us, you know, not swats us, because it is SWAT, but like shoos us, like, you know, get in the house kind of thing. So we like, oh shit. We go in the house. Weed is still lit. I think they're smoking or whatever. Weed is still lit. So put the weed out, go in the house. We kind of like, damn, man, that was crazy. I wonder what happened. Then we hear boom, 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 boom at the door. Me and Double R, we look at each other. We say, nobody answer the door. Don't answer that door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm looking at my boy D. I look him in his eyes. I'm speaking to him. Saying to him, no words, mind you, with my eyes. I can't believe you got me into some shit. With my eyes, though. You know, I'm not saying it because everything's happening in real time. So me and Double R, we go to the back room. We close the door. We lock the door. Right before we did that, do you know what his cousin did? Open the front door. His cousin opens the front door. He says, hi, officer. Officer said, yeah, you know, we raided the house 3 houses down. We didn't find anything, but we smell weed over here. We need to come in. He said, officer, I don't know what you talk. Right when he said that, that's when me and Double R went to the back room, locked it, right? Officer, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody smokes weed in here. Officer said, I smell the weed. We smelled it from outside. We need to come in. We have probable cause. Open up. Me and Double R in the back room sweating bullets. But here's why we're sweating bullets. Let me tell you why. Because before we got in the house, as I'm introducing myself to his cousins and this, that, and the third, his cousin kept bragging about, yeah, you know, I got big guns. You know, I got AKs, man. Like, I got, you know, sawed-offs. I got ghost guns. Like, this is what I do. If you ever need something, let me know. I got it all. Mind you, I'm on the front porch like, yeah, all right. You know, kind of like, yeah, all right. So I'm in Ghost Gun Man's house. Mind you, I've never been there before in my life. I'm just pulling up for my boy D just to, you know, he was stressing. I wanted to spend time with him, kick it with him, you know? But every time I pull up, every time it's surrounding D, it always pulls me into something that I don't want to be in. Every time with him. And that wasn't the first time, but I promise you that was the last time. So I'm in Ghost Gun Man house. I'm in the back room. Me and Double R, we open the window to the room. Like, hey, let's just jump out the back. Let's run. All of a sudden, as we open up the window, I can't make this up, mind you. I can't make this up. As we open up the window to the back room, a dog just, pit bull, big neck pit bull, big neck. Mind you, I don't know this pit bull from a can of paint. I just know Double R. I know D. I don't know his 2 cousins. I don't know how vicious this pit bull is. I tell Double R, I say, so what do you want to do? You want to go? You want to just run for it? You go first, though. You know, I'm like, you jump out the window first. He like, Double R like, man, that pit bull is vicious. I'm not jumping back there. So we stuck between a rock and a hard place. You jump out that window. You get your leg bit off by a pit bull. You might be able to make it down the block, maybe, right? Or you stay, you play it how it goes. So in that very second, I just wasn't about to jump and get my leg bit off. So I'm like, you know what? All of a sudden I heard his cousin, Double R's cousin say, hey, Double R, you could come out that back room. The police are in the house. They just want to know we got a cannabis recommendation, because at the time in California, weed was legal, but it was like halfway legal. You had to have like a doctor's note in order to get into the cannabis clubs, but they still had cannabis clubs. So he look at me like, is my cousin just throwing me under the bus? He like, Double R, man, come out, man. Like, come on, man. The police just want to see the recommendation, man. They don't want anything else, bro. We come out that back room. There's 3 officers already in the house. Already, right? Didn't handcuff anybody, but got everybody on the wall with their hands to the side. So got D and then Double R's two cousins on the wall with hands to the side. Not handcuffed though, hands to the side. Officer said, yeah, so, we heard you had a recommendation to smoke marijuana or whatever. Was that you who was smoking? Of course, Double R like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? I don't know what you're talking about. Officer like, well, your cousin just told us that you were the one with the doctor's note to smoke, and we smell weed. Was that you smoking? Officer, I don't know what you're talking about, officer. I don't know what you're talking about. Right? Because he damn near trying to plead the fifth, but pleading the fifth is kind of getting everybody fucked up at this very second, right? So, I don't know what you're talking about, officer. I don't know what you're talking about. Officer look at me like, get on the wall. I'm like, oh Lord. I'm in Ghost Gun Man's house that swear he got choppers, AK-47s, sawed off, everything, right? I'm in his house. Police say, well, you know what, y'all? Don't even worry about it. We're just gonna search the premises, see what we could find, and if we find anything, we'll circle back. Ghost Gun Man, right? Mr. Hardbody, like, officer, this is actually my grandmother's house. I would need to call her to permit to a search. Officer like, you don't gotta call her. How old are you? Dude like, I'm 18 or I'm 19 or whatever. I'm 22, whatever he said at the time. Officer like, you know what? Before we conduct our search, why don't we do this? Before we conduct our search, why don't we just handcuff y'all, sit y'all on the porch, and don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine. Should we be nervous, or do you want to let us know of anything just in case we find something? Ghost Gun Man like, I don't even be here like that. I don't even know. I don't know nothing that's in here. So mind you, anything that the police would have found, we would have all been charged for. Because nobody is saying nothing. This is old school rules. This isn't Young Thug era where everybody just, I'll tell you anything you want. This isn't that. This is old rules at that time where you don't talk to them. So I'm sitting there like, I look back at D that one last time with them eyes, and I promised to God at the time, I said, if I get out of this, God, I'm never messing with him again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be surrounding myself with him. Every time I'm with him, I always get into something. Every time. So by the grace of God, his grandma pulls up. Of course, grandma, come save the day. Grandma pulls up. Officers, what are y'all doing in my house? Why do you have my grandson sitting on the sidewalk? Oh, ma'am, we was raiding the houses three doors down. We saw your grandson out here smoking weed. You saw my grandson doing what? You were raiding what? Why were you raiding? Why did you feel the need to come to my house if you was raiding the house 3 doors down? Ma'am, we was just gonna search the premise because we smell. So you mean to tell me these young men were smoking weed in my house? That's what you mean to tell me? Ma'am, I don't know if they were smoking in your house or outside. So were they smoking or not, officer? She just boom, 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 boom. Officer like, well, I mean, we smelled it. Do you smell weed right now, officer? No, we don't smell it anymore, but so you could go. Officer looked at all of us and said, all right. And looked at us and said, don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll be seeing y'all soon. And left. I almost went to jail for life because Ghost Gun Man was going to take zero ownership when they found the AK-47s, when they found the sawed-off shotguns, when they found this, when they found that. Mr. Big Man crumbled into a little ball, let the police in, and almost got us all arrested. Can you imagine if they found a gun that was linked to something? Mind you, nobody was gonna say nothing. Nobody was gonna say, oh yeah, and take ownership. Hey, yo, yeah. Officer, that was mine. You know, take me in, charge me for whatever you need to charge me for, officer. That was mine. Nobody was doing that. Your friends sometimes ain't your real friends. They your friends when everything is going right. But when it goes wrong, when it goes sideways, and that went sideways. But it seemed like every time I was with him, every time I kicked it with him, it was always some type of sideways something. Always. So you know what I did? I kept my promise. I never kicked it with him again. As much as I loved him, as much as I cared for him, he almost ended my whole, that's everything. That's everything. I didn't have any children. I didn't even have any meaning to life. I was in junior college hustling, taking little community courses, you know, general ed, trying to just find my way. And almost went to jail for life. Stay smart, stay focused. Make sure that you're making the correct choices, because one wrong choice is over. But on the flip side, one right choice will change your whole life as well. Assets only.